Are we witnessing the slow death of the almighty data center? OpenAI might have to find out fast. Other agile companies' powerful new AI models have ditched the usual warehouse-sized energy suckers, and even Microsoft and Amazon are ghosting their own data center leases. So, will OpenAI's plan to drop a new model this summer hint at a bold new direction? Or a sign of desperation? Let's dive in. Big tech companies like Amazon and Microsoft are rethinking their plans to build more data centers due to several factors. Building and running these facilities has become much more expensive. Prices for key parts, such as semiconductors, cooling equipment, and high-speed servers have gone up. Electricity, which is already a major cost, has also become more expensive in many places, putting extra pressure on company budgets. Finding land for new data centers is another problem. In crowded or important locations, it is harder to find large enough spaces. Even when land is available, getting approval to build is complicated by local zoning laws and concerns from nearby communities about the environment and infrastructure. Data centers need a large amount of electricity, and in many areas, power grids cannot handle more demand without upgrades. This has caused delays or project cancellations. In Europe, for example, Microsoft has faced limits on building new energy-heavy facilities due to climate policies there. A new generation of startups is changing how AI is created and used. Instead of depending on large, traditional data centers, they use smaller, more flexible systems that work well in the cloud. These systems are easier to scale and do not need the huge physical space that older data centers require. Together.ai builds its platform using open-source models and its own proprietary technology. This helps them offer fast and affordable AI services. They also make AI models run more efficiently by using methods such as quantization and better use of graphics processing units. This lowers both the computing load and energy use. Lambda is taking a different path by raising $480 million to build a powerful cloud system filled with GPUs. This cloud supports training, adjusting, and running AI models across both public and private networks, and by keeping their systems in North America and Europe, both Together AI and Lambda better protect sensitive data and meet privacy rules. OpenAI recently announced it will release an open-weight AI model, marking a major change in its usual strategy. This decision moves away from its traditional closed model approach. Many see this as a response to rising competition from open-source groups like DeepSeek, which showed that powerful AI systems can be built with fewer resources. Their team used around 2,000 specialized NVIDIA GPUs to train their main model, compared to the 16,000 GPUs often used by large US tech companies. OpenAI's new direction may also be a sign that the future of AI is becoming more decentralized. As access to high-performance computing spreads out, large data centers are no longer the only option. By opening its model weights, OpenAI may be preparing for a future where developers value transparency and shared progress. China also provides an important lesson beyond DeepSeek's success. The country has built hundreds of data centers as part of its effort to become a global leader in AI infrastructure. However, many of these centers remain unused, mostly because officials overestimated how quickly demand for AI would grow. Government projects assumed rapid increases in AI use, but actual usage has not matched those predictions. As a result, many data centers are running well below their full capacity. New rules have also slowed progress. To get more non-Chinese users to utilize their AI models, China must follow international guidelines like the European Union's AI Act. This adds new requirements that make it harder to deploy AI systems, especially in places with strict data rules. And with newer models like DeepSeek needing fewer computing resources to work effectively, China's data center construction efforts may be for naught. Meanwhile, in the United States, building new AI infrastructure is getting harder because many local communities don't want these projects near their homes. This is often called "not in my backyard" or NIMBY opposition. A big concern is how much water and electricity data centers use. These centers need a lot of power for their computers and cooling systems, and in many areas, they use millions of gallons of water each year. Experts say that by 2028, data centers could use up to 12% of all electricity in the country. People worry this could put too much pressure on local power supplies. Noise is another concern. Cooling systems and backup generators in data centers make constant noise, which can bother nearby residents. There are also worries about land values. Some fear these large buildings could lower home prices and change the tranquil nature of their neighborhoods. Wall Street's excitement about AI infrastructure led to a rush of investments in data centers. This has raised concerns among analysts about a possible financial bubble. Investors are pouring billions of dollars into properties and equipment designed for AI, often without knowing when or how they will make a profit. This rush to build resembles past technology bubbles, where the amount of investment was much higher than the actual demand, leaving many resources unused and causing financial losses. A major issue is the gap between expected AI use and how quickly businesses are adopting it. While AI tools are improving fast, many companies are still only testing them. As a result, much of the infrastructure being built might not be used fully for many years, or possibly never. Data centers also come with high operating costs like electricity, cooling systems, and maintenance. Some financial experts are now saying this boom shows clear signs of a bubble, with high spending, high prices, and weak revenue plans. So will OpenAI's gradual move toward shared and open computing help avoid these risks? If traditional data centers become too unreliable or too expensive, OpenAI could use a simpler strategy focused on low-cost, decentralized AI development. This could include working with blockchain-based networks that spread computing tasks across many locations around the world. These networks do not rely on a single central server, so they can keep running even if some parts fail. Another part of this strategy is making AI models smaller and easier to run. Methods like pruning, quantization, and distillation can shrink models so they work well on basic hardware. This helps reduce power use and allows AI tools to run on edge devices and in areas with fewer resources. OpenAI could also work more with the open-source community. Groups like Hugging Face and Eleuther AI show that shared projects can create strong results without high computing needs. If OpenAI can think strategically enough, it might adapt to a future with fewer data centers, but just barely. After all, the company's current frontier AI models currently need the power of data centers. But as power, land, and politics reshape AI infrastructure, the question remains: can innovation keep up with the muscle of massive computer hubs? What do you think? Will this model hold up? Like, share, and subscribe for more tech insights.